Welcome, Taurus, to your monthly reading for August of 2018. So this will be a new kind of a format that I'm doing, and this will be for the month. We'll see how things go, and I'm going to let you know what you might be experiencing each week of the month between you and the person that you're dealing with. So for many of you, I feel that things will be moving forward with you and either someone that, of course, this is for someone that you are in a relationship with, a marriage with, or you're closely like getting to know, you're anticipating somebody. Now, I feel like the first month, you're potentially getting over some kind of past heartbreak or separation between you and someone else. So you'll be reflecting, you'll be recharging, maybe even trying to heal your mind, all right, your body, soul, spirit, whatever it might be. I feel for a lot of you, you're taking time for yourself, and it's potentially because you are still dealing with somebody who's having issues with somebody else and not being able to move on from another person, and that's why you could be stalled in some way. Some of you are on the lookout, or you're waiting for that to happen. Others of you are dealing with, say if it's a new love interest that you're dealing with, they're having problems with moving on from someone else, which is stalling the connection with you, and you're also having a problem moving on from someone else, so they can't get over the fact that that's happening with you, so that's still on their mind, so that's an issue. So I feel like them being trapped with their own pessimism and kind of holding on to regret, revenge, whatever it might be. Something that happened between you two is something that they can't let go of, even if it was a mistake, something that revenge, things like that happen. Issues of trust is here, and it's really strong, I feel, for some of you. So you're trying to work through that, I feel, within the first month of August. So as you move in, I feel that a lot of you are inspired to get to know somebody. All right, it could be a new relationship that you are trying to get in touch with. For some, I feel that still someone that you might have been dealing with is having issues of letting go, not being able to move on. If you two did break up, that could be an issue, or even holding on to resentment, that could be something. And I feel like part of it is them having a bad falling out with you, and if that did happen, they're still they're letting themselves go, they're kind of emotionally turned off and turned away. And it's the fact that it's a new relationship, it's still growing for some of you out there. It's the energy of them trying to let you know what things need to change, let you know what things they need to change within themselves before they are to open up to you in some way. So I feel like it's an energy of you have feelings for somebody, but you two often go through a lot of conflict, and there is potential for like new love to come in for a lot of you out there. But some of you still may be having an issue with holding on to a past person. That seems to be an obstacle between you two. All right, and I feel like this is a constant back and forth kind of thing, but eventually it's a kind of move ahead, kind of detach, and kind of be a bit independent. Now, you might still be dealing with in the third week as you move in. You might be feeling a bit like it's too much emotionally, like you're dealing with too many emotional things. A lot of friends could be kind of interfering in your love relationship. You feel like there's a lot of different things to do. You could be a bit overwhelmed with that. But I feel also that some of you might have two different love interests, or a specific one that you're dealing with, but sometimes it might be too much for you, and sometimes you might back away. Sometimes it could be that way for them as well, where it's too much for them and they back away from you, because I feel like they're dealing with some other issues that they're really trying to find. It's hard for them to release, and especially dealing with an ex-partner, or the fact that you constantly go back and forth and you might argue at different times certain issues about maybe finances, things of borrowing different things from someone that you have dealt with, or either someone that they've dealt with. Something like that's going on, a mirror kind of effect between you and someone else. And I feel like those are underlining issues that sometimes don't get brought out into the open, but those things are potentially going on, right? So I feel like you have to take a step back, do what you can do. Again, you try to do your best with the balance with your romantic partner, then friends, but sometimes I feel like those energies get a bit intense, because there could be some possessiveness, things where your partner complains about you not spending enough time with them, vice versa. That could be some issues there, so keep that in mind. All right, now as we move towards the end of the month, I feel that there may be a lot of disruptions around the home. If you're married, if you're in a relationship, there are some issues where There may be arguments about bills being paid, not being able to save up enough. Your partner, they may be wanting to, go through a separation, or just saying that they don't want to commit right now and they want to be single or whatever, because of the living environment, the home environment, the arguments and things that you might have around the home, and just not wanting to see things the way that you see them, or vice versa. There could be some issues there with commitment, or even marriage. So I feel like in the meantime that some of you are definitely dealing with older energies. Just depends on who you might be dealing with. For some, it could be any sign, but I feel that these are energies of seeing how things go. Some of you have been dealing with this issue for a long time. Others of you clearly getting over past heartbreak, even dealing with someone that you're currently dealing with. Something happened between y'all that you're trying to get over and trying to forgive. So that's the process that you're going through. I feel like your potential love interest or romantic partner, they know what's going on. They have that on their mind. Even if they don't bring it up to you, it's there. It's in the energy, I feel like, and they understand that. So I feel they're intuitive enough to know how to address it, or to just walk away from it. And sometimes they might even take it out on you because you're not bringing those topics up, and it's coming. They can just sense it and feel it. So that could be flipped around as well. All right. So I feel like the home environment, maybe staying away from home too much, or just ignoring things that might need to happen around the home. Not having a home, or just the place, the bills, the rent, things like that. Responsibilities not being able to be taken care of. So there could be some kind of ejection, something like that going on, where somebody has to move out. Could be an eviction notice, anything like that. But I feel some of you might even be having issues of your beliefs when it comes to spiritual beliefs, your backgrounds, ethics and things like that go on, and how you approach your relationship or marriage. So there could be some tension here. I feel like there can be some good things that happen, maybe kind of like second week of August, the middle week, and then the beginning and the end is kind of tough. All right, so keep that in mind when it comes to your love life. All right, I do hope that the messages did help you out. Tons of love, lots of light to you, tons of healing vibes. I do wish you the best, and I feel like these things are to propel you forward into newer territory. It's still, just because you have a few arguments and disputes doesn't mean that things won't work out. As part of the process that you are going through, to just understand what the other person is all about, and vice versa. So if you would like a private or personal reading, you can always go to the website psychicloveheals.com and schedule something for you. Have a good one.